idealisms. Just because you went through a hard time thanks to Saturn does not mean that you will never find a good relationship. That's the good balance between the two, between realism and idealism. Know that you have to go through hardships in order for you to get the good part. Welcome, Virgo Sun, Moon, and Risings. I'm Jill of AstroloJill, and this is your Virgo 2024 horoscope. This is going to be a collective reading, so it might not 100% resonate with you. However, if you do want your own horoscope based on your natal chart, I highly suggest that you get one of my services called The Story of You. I will link it down in the description below. So, The Story of You is a comprehensive daily guidance guide of all of the transits happening on your chart. And it's going to be available for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. So it's super sulit. If you want to get that, go ahead. It's going to be available on my site. But for this one, this is going to be a collective reading for all Virgo risings, especially rising. But if you are also a Virgo sun and a moon, this might resonate with you. Hi everyone, so for this part of the video, I will be showing off the look that I have from my Enchanted cosmetics line as well as from my partners and from the brands that I support. Feel free to skip this part, you don't have to watch this. However, if you are interested, please continue to watch and we appreciate your support. So for today, I'm actually going to put on the foundation in front of you guys. I'm not going to skip it this time. A lot of you have been requesting that I show how I put this on. So here is the packaging. It's a skull. It has the obsession enchantment on it. Dust the skull to get in people's heads. And it has a pump in it. And this is the amount of product I put on my face. Just one pump. Not even a full pump, like a half pump there. Then I put it on my face as this. Just dab it in there. Like a little really does go a long way. There. And then I use a damp beauty blender and then I tap it on my face like this. Now, every time I use this foundation, I don't even put on concealer anymore since it is heavy coverage. And I use this foundation for my really long trans-Pacific flights. I'm not sure if some of you have watched my other videos, but I am a flight attendant. That is my day job. And I am the guinea pig of this cosmetics line. And I made sure that all the products will last at least 12 hours on your face without creasing, without of course, except if you like go running or something. As long as you're in a good and cool environment, it's not gonna crease, it's not gonna crack or fade or whatnot. But of course, it depends still on your skin condition. But yeah, that's how it works with mine. I am an oily skin type. There. So I just dab it, make sure it is fully blended like as is. It has SPF, if in case you need it. Of course, us, we all need our SPF to prevent aging. There. So it's heavy coverage with the obsession enchantment. Get in people's heads using the Live Deliciously foundation. Set it with a bit of setting powder. Do make sure that you do this too, so to ensure that the foundation will last. I don't have a setting powder for my own makeup line, so I'm using a personal one from another makeup brand. Yeah. All right, next up for us is the Feather Kohl liner. This is inspired by ravens and Egyptians. I have infused Egyptian magic on this one. This is inspired by their kohl, the ones that they put it on their eyes, and they put it on their eyes for wisdom and protection. It's kind of like an evil eye that's directly applied on your face. So this is going to be really good if you want to add some protection in your makeup routine. So to use this, just take out the brush and then twist to open the pot liner. There. Really, really cool. And then put it out like this. and just put it on as is. What I like to do is I just put in a very simple wing at the outer corner of my eye. This is waterproof and transfer proof and smudge proof. So the only thing that will make this budge is oil. So if you are an oily skin girly like me, I highly suggest you prep your lids with an eye primer or a setting powder before you apply this to ensure that it doesn't run. If you are not oily, then congrats. If you want to remove this liner, you will have to use an oil-based makeup remover. There. Very simple, yet classic eyeliner look. I actually put in blue contact lenses just to show that I like evil eye, but it's not showing as vibrant as I want to, so sayang. But yeah, evil eye. Right, I don't do my eyebrows because I feel like it's already polished, and I like the natural look of my eyebrows, so I don't do it. And I also don't have an eyebrow product, I realized, and people have been asking it for me, so I'm still thinking what kind of enchantment I'll put in. That's actually one of the reasons why I haven't made one yet. But yeah. Next up is the blush, my favorite. So this is my favorite shade ever. This is going to be Mother Lilith's shade. We're gonna be featuring Mother Lilith tonight. So there. This is my Lilith shade. This is one of my favorites. It's a beautiful rose pink as is. So we're gonna be using this one. A little bit of ASMR. Pum 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 pum. As you can see, it's kind of running out already because I keep on using this almost every day. Well, every time I go out. That's what I mean. Not every day. I don't wear makeup every day. But yeah. Love the shade so much. It gives such a healthy, flushed look. There, that's better. Because I love blush. I like overdoing my blush. I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, like to overdo my blush and make it seem like I'm a blushing sweet girl. All right, there's the Lilith, healthy, flush look with chamomile extract and aloe vera to make sure that you are moisturized, girlies. And then on top of that, it is what's the word? It is infused with Mother Lilith's essence. And what is Mother Lilith all about? Empowerment, beauty, diba? Sexiness. So if you want to connect with Mother Lilith and her energy, definitely get this one. All right, next up is the lip lacquer. This is gonna be my favorite shade too, since I'm gonna be doing Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio for this series of videos for this look. So I'm gonna be using Scorpio, my favorite shade. Why is this my favorite shade? Well, aside from me being a Scorpio myself, this is a velvet finish, deep crimson red, and it's highly buildable. So if you can see, I will do one swipe first. And it's like a light red finish. So it's good for every day and it's good for day looks. But if I want something more intense, I will just do one more. Oh, pak, diba? Naging ano ako, vampira. After just 2 swipes, it became a completely different color, like from a light red, sweet girl look to a darker, more seductive look like this. Now, I really like the shade. I personally use just one swipe for day looks, and 2 swipes or 3 swipes if I want to go out at night. And the enchantment I put in this is Scorpio: passion, intensity, and magnetism. Really, what do you get when you see a Scorpio? You get intimidated, yet you're fascinated, right? So this is the exact enchantment that I put in here, and this is the charm that it comes with. They're really, really nice, right? So This is the Scorpio, and this is what it looks like. All right, so some moments have passed. By moments, I meant like 10 seconds, and the lip lacquer has dried on my lips. And this is the velvet finish. Rose gold bottle like this. It's a velvet finish, meaning it has a little bit of sheen. So even if it has sheen, look at this. Transfer proof. Wale. O, diba? Ang galing. Momol proof and B to the J proof. Okay, tama na yung kalat. Next one is Cassiopeia. This is one of my highlighters. My highlighter is actually one of my favorite lines from my cosmetics line because look at this. It has so much product. And of course, it's Enchanted. This is Cassiopeia, and she is very well known for her beauty and her vanity. So that is the exact enchantment that I placed here. I placed here confidence. So I put in here my cheeks to highlight my cheekbones. I put it on the tip of my nose like that. And then I put it here in my cupid's bow. On the inner corner of my eye as is. There. Really bring out the light on my face. I really like doll looks, so I like a lot of light on my face. So there. Cassiopeia. And look at that compact. So pretty. Diva. Next up is my shimmer spray. Well, I can't say spray anymore since I'm going to be changing it to a dropper. But yeah, my shimmer. So this is the Stardust Elixir. It gives you a very nice silvery glow. Very subtle. It will really show when you put a lot. But if you only do this one spray, that's enough. So I do know not a lot of you are a fan of shimmers, but I love shimmers myself. So I made this very subtle. If you want more shimmers, just add more. So the enchantment of this one, this is really good. It will enhance your psychic ability. You will widen your intuition, and your antenna is just gonna be stronger if you put this on. So what I like to do with shimmers is I like to spray it on my boobies. For some reason, my boobies are a bit big today. So thank you, universe, for the gift tonight. So I'm gonna be spraying it there. Oh, diba? See it? And this is actually a dry oil, so this is going to be very, very moisturizing on your skin as well. It has jojoba oil, sunflower oil, argan oil, so you can even put it on your hair if you want. And I put vitamin E on it. Girl, I got you. All of my products are good for the skin. None of it is patapon. I promise you. So, Stardust Elixir. If you want to do your tarot card readings and have more accuracy, I highly suggest this one. Plus, look at that glow though. Next one is I want to attract abundance. So, how can I attract abundance? Well, we're going to be using something else other than Fortuna because Fortuna is my most popular product. We're going to be using the Lakshmi oil. This is a body ritual oil that is available on my store. It is also very nourishing for the skin, and on top of that, it is infused with Goddess Lakshmi's abundant power. So, what I like to do with my body ritual oils is I actually like to put it on my hair. So, I'm gonna be putting it on my hair, but of course, this is a body ritual. Also, use it for your massages. You can put it on your arms, on your legs, and this will be really good for you. And on top of that, it's very lightweight. Your skin will soak it up within like 10 seconds. So, there. And it tops with a button dropper. I love this button dropper. Boop. So, put it on like this, and I put it on my hair. It smells so good, nourishes my scalp like it. I love it so much. I love my products, girl. I love my products so much. I'm such a big fan of my own products because everything is just well thought of and everything is truly ritualized. Talagang, I got you, girl. I got you. You want riches? I got you. You want beauty? I got you. I have a product for every single one. And I listen to my community too. So, there. Look at how shiny my hair became after putting on the oil. Pak. And then lastly, for the Live Deliciously line, I'm going to be putting on my Lustra perfume. I'm going to be using Lustra. This is Pluto ruled. It will bring you transformation. And on top of that, it will give you a very sensual aura. So perfumes are a way for you to change the aura that you have. This is one of my most effective products. My perfume line is one of my most effective products. So I'm going to be putting on Lustra. This is for sensual desire, sexual desire. If you want someone to really want you, if you want to get laid, this is the best one. So I'm going to be putting this on. I'm going to be changing the bottles of this to something much more fancier and sturdier. So yeah, this look will change. Right now, on to my accessories. So I'm just going to be putting on my ribbons on my hair. I love ribbons. I live for ribbons. So I'm going to be putting these on. I'm going to be putting like a lot of tiny ribbons today. That's my look for today. Lots and lots of tiny ribbons and randomly placed. My ribbons are all from Enchanted area. So do make sure you give her a follow. I'm going to be linking her Instagram down below. And we do appreciate your support. So thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your lives through our products. There. And lastly, oops. There. Now, before we start with the actual horoscope of the zodiac for this video, it's very crucial that you take down these important dates, okay? So for January 1, 2024, Mercury retrograde finally ends. So what a good start of the year, right? We're finally going into 2024 with a clear mind and Mercury in direct, so communication will be really smooth. See, it's still Mercury retrograde. I stuttered. Next is January 20. So Pluto is in Aquarius for the first time since the 1700s. I believe it's 1797 or 1798. I'll have to double check. But this will be the first time it's going to go into Aquarius again. And the last time that it went on Pluto in Aquarius, a very notable historical event was when Napoleon Bonaparte and his French troops captured Cairo. You know, Pluto is a planet of transformation, and Aquarius is very futuristic. So it's really pushing boundaries into something that will benefit or really make an impact in the future. So we will be expecting a lot of movements like that for starting January 2024. So the wars, and then a change in mindset for people. People will not be tolerating as much bullshit anymore. And Aquarius, this is a good time to advocate for the rights of the marginalized communities and really help the collective. You want to add your transformational energy into this age, into this Pluto in Aquarius transit. So Aquarius, futuristic, Pluto, transformation. So expect a lot of that starting January 20. And then another date that I want you to take note is March 25. This is going to be the start of the eclipse season for 2024. I know, eclipse again. We had so much eclipses last 2023 and 2022. So yes, eclipse again. And this will start with a lunar eclipse in Libra, March 25. And this is going to be very life-changing. And the ones that will be affected by this will be Libra placements and Aries placements. So eclipse is all about shedding and then really letting go of the things that no longer serve you, being more authentic to self. So be sure that you hold on to those energies come March 2025. So next one is April 1. This is going to be like a joke. It's going to be the first Mercury retrograde of the year. Yeah. April 1, really? April Fool's Day, but it's not a joke, it's real. April 1, Mercury retrograde, it's going to be in Aries, so watch your mouth. Aries is a very hot-headed sign. I know I'm an Aries moon myself, so that is one of the shadows that I try to really suppress or really control and work with. And Mercury retrograde in Aries just signifies that you will be more hot tempered, and you're you will have to watch your temper. You will have to watch your anger. Your words will be swords. Mercury in the tarot, communication is swords. And in astrology, Mercury is communication, and it will be wielded by Aries, literally the warrior of the zodiac. So your words will be like swords during Mercury retrograde, April 1. So do make sure that you don't let go of too hurtful words. They will always have an impact no matter what we try to give out there. So be careful with your words and be extra kind. What's good about knowing what the transit is at least you'll have some sort of control, and the awareness of it will help you plan ahead. The first eclipse season will end with a solar eclipse in Aries. So again, eclipse season, this time it's going to be in Aries. So more energy into being a go-getter rather than looking at the downside of Aries, which is hot-tempered, impatient. Rather, for solar eclipse on April 8th in Aries, you want to enhance the good side of Aries, being action-oriented, being fearless, confident, and being a go-getter. So those are the energies you want to manifest for April 8th at the solar eclipse in Aries. So next one is Jupiter and Uranus will form a conjunction on April 20. This will help you really break free from the things that are from the expectations of society and the things that people expect us to be, but you know for a fact you don't want to be anymore. This is going to be for the collective, all right? This is transits happening for everyone, not just for the sign of this video. So April 20, good time to really break out of your shell, move out, find your own thing, and it's time to realize that you are your own person and you shouldn't be doing things for the benefit of other people just because they expect you to. At the end of the day, you're living for yourself. All right? Next, May 25, Jupiter will enter from Taurus into Gemini. Now, Jupiter is actually a detriment in Gemini. It was much more comfortable on the opposition of Gemini, which is Sagittarius. But having a very expansive planet into Gemini, which is the most talkative sign in the zodiac, you will be encouraged to learn, expand on your knowledge, expand on your charisma, expand on your communication. Despite Jupiter not being so comfortable here, Jupiter is always the bringer of good luck, the bringer of expansion. So it will expand you into Gemini energies, being versatile, confident in your speaking, talkative, and very Gemini things, smart even. A lot of the Geminis I know are very smart and intelligent. They're very fast too. So I really like that about Gemini. A lot of my best friends are Geminis. All right, so another Mercury retrograde is going to happen on August 5. Mercury retrograde take 2. And it's going to be it's going to start in Virgo and then moves over to Leo eventually. So Mercury is happy in Virgo, but it being in retrograde kind of makes the Virgo sad. The Virgo placements out there, you will feel stuck. You will feel like you can't seem to say anything or do anything. And that's all right because this is just a season. So take a time to slow down. That's totally fine. And then when it moves over to Leo, Mercury retrograde in Leo, you're going to feel mummed. You're going to feel a bit muted. You know how Leo is such as, I'm a star, Pearl. I'm a star. Everyone look at me. But Mercury in Leo retrograde, you're going to feel shy. You're going to look more inward and you're going to concentrate more on your inner energies rather than your outer energies. There. That is Mercury retrograde starting August 5. And then September 17, a second eclipse season. So expect endings, expect shedding. There will be some arguments. And then know that if it's not for you, it's okay to let it go. And the lunar eclipse will start with Pisces, and the solar eclipse will be in Virgo. No. The lunar eclipse will be in Pisces. Sorry about that. The lunar eclipse will be in Pisces. So people with Pisces and Virgo placements should expect big changes. And know that if it's for you, it will stay. If it's not for you, let it go. Totally fine. And then October 2, that is the solar eclipse. Sorry about earlier, I made a mistake. But October 2 is the solar eclipse in Libra. And tama. So the last was the lunar eclipse in Libra. This time is going to be a solar eclipse in Libra. So you want to be able to really shine out the positive traits of Libra during this time, which is diplomacy, empathy, beauty even, since Libra is a Venusian sign. So launching something that has anything to do with Libra energies during this time will be a good thing. And then another date that I want you to take note of is November 5. Another date is November 25. This is the third and last Mercury retrograde. And this year it's going to begin in Sagittarius. So Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, a very performative sign as well. So rethink all of the things that you would want to do that is expansive. Rethink that opening a business, moving on to a new home, or getting a new job. Mercury in retrograde November 25 onwards. Do make sure that you try your best to rethink those decisions and make sure that you are very, very confident in that decision. Look at all the possibilities that will happen, and if you can, wait for at least the end of the Mercury retrograde before making a decision. All right? So those are the dates that I want you to remember before we start this video. Another thing that I want you guys to know, this is very important, that these energy predictions and these horoscopes are not here to make you feel crucified to whatever it is that is going to be shown. In fact, I want the opposite effect. I want you to have more control. The awareness of the energies coming towards us will help you in your decision making, will help you gain more control. All right? So don't ever feel like you're trapped. This is merely just energy that you can manipulate yourself. We all have that magic within us. Okay? All right, Virgos, looking right off the bat, you have a very exciting year ahead of you. Aside from having a lot of travel and kind of a lot of changes in your relationship dynamics, you will also get a lot of luck and transformation in your finances. So let's get right to it, Virgos. This is very exciting. All right, Virgos, looking at your chart, starting January, your Pluto will be transiting from the 5th house, leading from changes in how you have fun to Pluto in Aquarius on the January 20th and mid-January, which is going to be in your 6th house. So expect transformation with body and health, as well as the routine that you would have. You would want to find long-term solutions on how you want to do things every day. Your routine will change into something much more efficient. You would want to be more solution-oriented with how you live your day-to-day life. And on top of that, you would want to invest more time in your health, specifically your physical health. And there will be a transformation with how you deal with your diet and your exercise. So hopefully this will be a time for you to really want to do that dance class that you've always wanted to do, to finally go to the gym and actually commit to it, you know? Finally want to have that dream body of yours and actually do the work that is needed. That is very good for you, Virgos, and I would highly suggest that you take advantage of that energy and take and take that chance. We having a good physical body is a sign of discipline. On top of that, your health it should be your topmost priority. And specifically this transit, and Pluto will be in Aquarius for a long time. So this will stay in your sixth house for a long ass time. So take advantage of this transit, of you wanting to change your ways and wanting to incorporate a much more healthier outlook in your daily life. So, Virgos, another sixth house matter that I would like to discuss with you is issues with work. Work is part of your everyday. If you are a student, then school. So, having Pluto there, Pluto is a transformative planet, so you will be changing your ways when it comes to work, which might lead to power issues, kind of like what do you call it? It's a very weird dynamic because you would want to do things. You would want to change things. What was working before, even if it's not very efficient, you would want to change that up into something that is new and exciting and something that is going to change a lot of ways in the office. Bale, the processes that you and the other colleagues or students that you might be used to, you would want to change that. You want to challenge that. You want to challenge the norm. So expect some power control dynamics on that. Expect some manipulation coming from you or other people that's also going through this transit. Managers and subordinates might cause some trouble. Teachers and fellow students or fellow colleagues might cause some trouble and kind of add some intrigue because you are kind of like, you're having this awakening, on how you want to do things and you want to influence other people. So you are using your power. But at the same time, a lot of people would want to have the same thing as well. So there will be a power struggle. Expect a power struggle. Expect some trouble. So this is a good thing because you already know what will happen. So I highly suggest you get ready for that. So, Virgos, during January, you will put a lot of importance on the home as well. And you would want to change things up on the home, make it more comfortable. You will have a Marie Kondo moment where you will be purging a lot of your stuff, giving it away. The things that don't matter anymore, the things that do not bring you joy, the things that you haven't touched in the last year. Time to let that go, girl or boy. Or whatever you are. Or and this will be a time for you really to just let things go, things that no longer serve you, especially in the home where you wake up, where you get dressed. If it's not easy on the eyes or not bringing me joy, bye. One more important transit that you are gonna go through, Virgos, is your Jupiter in your ninth house. So your Jupiter is going to be in your ninth house in Taurus for the first half of the year. So do expect, especially around May, April, May, you will be doing a lot of traveling. There will be people out there, a lot of Virgos out there that haven't traveled that much for the last few years or have never even traveled. You will do a life-changing travel. I guarantee that during the summertime. So Jupiter in Taurus, Jupiter is all about expansion. Ninth, it will be in your ninth house. Ninth house is about travel, philosophy, further education, and generally how you view the world, your morals, your ethics. So you will expect a lot of expansion in that. You are going to want to interact with different cultures, finally meeting people that are just of a different upbringing as you, a big change with regards to travel. You might find yourself in a land you've never been before. You're going to widen your horizons, widen your thinking, your intellect, and your education, which will lead to widening of your beliefs. So this is going to be a very exciting time, Virgos. I expect that you guys go traveling during the summer. I highly suggest that you take advantage of this transit. Now, that is for the first half of the year while Jupiter is in Taurus. Now, Jupiter will move over to Gemini on the latter part of the year, and that will be in your 10th house. So, June onwards, this will be a period of growth in your 10th house matters. So, again, Jupiter brings in expansion, abundance. 10th house matters, on the other hand, is career, your reputation, your life direction. This is your midheaven. So, expect some promotion, some advancement in your career, some sort of growth, a jump start in your career. And your reputation, this will be a very transformative time, expansive time for your reputation. This is a good time to do something good and make sure people see that. And you will have different activities that will bring growth into your life. So keep an eye out for these opportunities. It's going to be quite unexpected. Like it's going to come from a source that you just haven't expected it, because apart from Jupiter being in your 10th house, Uranus is also in your 10th house. So Uranus brings in some sort of surprises. So it being some sort of conjunction, there will be some surprising opportunities for growth regarding your work, your career, and your reputation. So I'm very excited for you, Virgos. Oh, so now let's talk about the eclipses. There will be an eclipse in Aries, an eclipse in Libra, and an eclipse in Pisces for this year. Now, I've mentioned the dates on my important dates to remember from another clip earlier on this video. So your eclipses will be in your second house of finances and material possessions, and your eighth house of other people's money, mortality, and long-term investments. So eclipses brings major beginnings and endings, a huge change, a huge shift of energy. Things that have not come into light will come into light all of a sudden. So do expect some unexpected things. That's quite hard to do, but try your best. So expect fluctuations. This might bring some trouble, especially if you're not ready. So there will be an ending of one chapter, and it seems that you've reached the max level of one part of your life when it comes to your second house, and eighth house matters. And you will find more ways to do things. So with your second house, you might end a business or end a contract, or just end some sort of product line that you're doing, and then you're going to be opening a new one. Kind of like that. You're going to be selling something that you no longer need, and you're going to buy something that might bring more ROI. You will just find more ways to earn, and you will be saying goodbye to the ones that are just not working. You're going to finally have that strength. When it comes to eighth house matters, this will be other people's money. So your investments, if you are into stocks, which is essentially playing with other people's money, this is a good time for you to change up how you do stocks. And if you are finding yourself in debt, if you have debt, I highly suggest you pay it off before the eclipses happen. Or if you just can't, do make sure that you communicate with the person that you borrowed money from. And if you do find yourself with like inheritance that you have been waiting for, there might be some progress in that avenue. And it can be good progress. It can be a setback. So do check how that will manifest for you, because transits manifest differently for a lot of people, different but similar at the same time. So it's very interesting how different it can go for someone despite having the same theme. The eclipses is also a very important time for you to be careful with other people's money, especially Virgos. So you will have your eclipse happening on your eighth house as well as your second house. So eighth house is other people's money. So do be careful with how you handle other people's money. This is not a good time to spend it. If you are like an accountant or you're handling your husband's or your wife's money, do make sure that you save it, you put it in a safe place. Virgos, let's talk about your seventh house transit, which will be your third eclipse, Pisces. Your Pisces will land on the seventh house. Yeah. And then Saturn and Neptune will be transiting your seventh house as well. Saturn is the planet of discipline. Neptune is the planet of illusion, dreams. And the seventh house is the house of partnerships, relationships. That's why I'm kind of putting in a little bit more weight here, because when it comes to relationships and love, people seem to be much more concerned compared to their own horoscope with their money, with their self. Like when it comes to love, people were like really listening. So listen in, guys. Okay, Virgo rising. So Saturn, Neptune, will transit in your seventh house, as well as an eclipse happening. So Saturn entered Pisces last March of 2023. So this is a continuation of this transit. It will be there until this year, 2024, even past. So when Saturn entered your seventh house, try to look back at what you were doing March of 2023. If you were in a long-term relationship with someone shitty, sorry for the lack of a better term, with a relationship that at least wasn't good for you, you decided to take control and you broke up, probably. Or if you are still with that person, you guys had a transformation in your relationship and hopefully it's for the better. If not, things will get worse. The thing is with Saturn brings you obstacles. If you are able to overcome it, you are 3 steps farther. If you are not able to overcome it, you're 3 steps backwards. It's just going to give you that obstacle again and again until you are able to overcome it. I know because Saturn is on my natal 7th house and just the lessons that I had to go through my whole life. Yeah. So, you guys, Saturn is transiting your 7th house temporarily while I have it permanently there. So I kind of get what you guys feel. So March of 2023 onwards, you probably had a breakup or you had some sort of transformation, a very disciplining moment, a pivotal moment in your relationships. If you are single, good for you. But you probably went through some sort of discovery about yourself and how you view your relationship during that time. So March onwards. Saturn brings you the cold, hard truth. So last year you may find yourself either breaking up with a relationship that you had that was just not working anymore, or finding someone that is actually more suited for you. So this is also a good thing. Saturn can bring blessings. So if you are able to learn your lesson, then Saturn will give you benefits. So if it's possible as well that March of last year onwards, you were able to find someone that's much more suited for you. And thanks to Saturn, you have a much higher level of discipline and standard when you are looking for a partner. And on the other hand, if you're already in a happier relationship, you might find yourself in a better place in your relationship starting 2023 of March. For 2024, this energy will continue. For those that haven't gotten Saturn's lessons yet last year, relationships will go through a big change to overcome obstacles and enforce your boundaries. Neptune will make it harder to grasp. Things that are just under your nose will be not obvious. You're gonna let it pass. So if I were to give you an example, this relationship that you have been stuck in for the past 5, 6, 7 years has been rotting since the 3rd year, and you know that, but you just haven't done anything. And for some reason, last year of March onwards, you decided to do something about it. It's like that. So Neptune kind of gives the idealism while Saturn gives the realism. So they're kind of clashing together. So you will have to choose Saturn here while maintaining your idealisms. Just because you went through a hard time thanks to Saturn does not mean that you will never find a good relationship. That's the good balance between the two, between realism and idealism. Know that you have to go through hardships in order for you to get the good part. The good part will always be there. It's never impossible to get a good relationship. If you do find yourself being so nega and so pessimistic na I will never find someone, blah, 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 that is also not a good thing. Saturn will correct that. Saturn will tell you, no, there's what, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9. I don't even know anymore. There's billions of people in the world. There's someone for you, girl or boy. There will be someone for you. What's important is you work on yourself, you work on your boundaries, you work on your standards, and you will activate that magnetizing energy, and the universe will give you the person that you need. You have to learn Saturn's lesson in order for you to get the relationship that you want, especially you Virgo risings, because Saturn will be in your 7th house. All right, Virgo, sorry. I'm very passionate about 7th house matters and Saturn matters because that is my natal placement and I have went through all that shit my whole life. So Yeah, sorry for projecting, but I just want the best for you, Virgos. All right, so moving over to the last transit that I want to mention for this video for you, Virgos, is the Mars retrograde in your 11th house and 12th house starting December. So, Mars retrograde, every time it goes retrograde, we kind of feel much more feisty. We're much more impulsive. We're much more careless. So Mars retrograde in the 11th house will bring out hidden tensions. 11th house is the house of friends. So it might bring hidden tensions that has been boiling over in your friend group. If a friend is secretly hating another friend, then lalabas yan. And it's not just gonna be for you, it's going to be for a lot of people too, but it depends on what house their Mars is in. But for you specifically, it's going to be in your 11th house, so friends might become enemies. And I highly suggest that you put up your boundaries and be patient. If you don't want to start fights, I suggest you keep your mouth shut. If you can't keep your mouth shut, you think before you speak, you think before you type. You're going to be a keyboard warrior, I bet, because Virgos are mercurial. So if you're going to let it go, that's your choice, of course. Magiging keyboard warrior ka, girl or boy or whatever you are. So that would be fun. Like if you're petty, then who am I to stop you, right? But Mars, 11th house, expect na yung mga friends na nagbabackstab sa'yo, lalabas yan. Or if you're backstabbing others, lalabas yan. I'm telling you right now. So be careful, be kind. There will be nothing if you are a good person, If you're a good person, then if friends turn out to be shitty people, then that is good. Trash taking out itself. That's how I view it. But if you yourself is the bad friend, if you're the bad friend, then you will be having a very hard lesson there. Now, Mars retrograde from 11th house, moving over to 12th house. So it's retrograde, diba? And actually, it's going to start on the 12th house pala, and then it's going to move over to your 11th house. So anyway, pag 12th house matters naman, it's going to be baliktad. So it's going to start at the 12th house and then move over to 11th house as it goes. So Mars retrograde starts in December. So 12th house is the house of hidden. It is the house of dreams, illusions, mental health, and enemies. So mental health, take care of your mental health. This is a good time to get therapy if you need therapy, to really take care of your mental health. Self-care is very important during this time. And on top of that, 12th house is the house of enemies. So baliktad, di ba kanina? I was discussing 11th house matters where friends turn into enemies. This might be a time where enemies turn into friends. So it's going to be a very strange dynamic for you, especially for you, Virgo risings. Like the people that you don't like before, they're going to be reaching out for a way, a certain way. It doesn't have to be messaging you. They might like your post all of a sudden, like, I thought you hate me. Why are you liking my posts? Or they're going to be like viewing your story and just a way of connecting to you. Like they're going to be in your circle of friends all of a sudden, and then you're going to forget about the fight that you guys had a few years ago, and you guys are going to be friends all of a sudden, and you guys will put all of the tension as water under the bridge. So that is a good thing, I guess. But another thing is enemies might become even more. They're gonna be there's a possibility for them to be deeper in their hate towards you, like in the Sims, where the red bar of enemies will get deeper and deeper and deeper. So be careful with how you interact. I highly suggest during Mars retrograde that you practice patience and kindness, and know that Mars is in retrograde, so that awareness itself will help you be much more controlled with your emotions. You're gonna be more irritable, you're gonna be more annoyed, you're gonna be more annoying. So ano na lang, extra caution and extra restraint, and you'll be fine, Virgos. All right, so that is for you, Virgo risings. I hope I did not trigger any overthinking. I know you, Virgos, you girls and boys, love to overthink. So please do not overthink too much. This is all for your guidance. Just take note, you can always go back to this video and see if something does manifest. And of course, if you do want your own transit reading, go ahead and get the story of you. I highly, highly suggest that. And it's affordable too. So thank you again, Virgos, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye.